And the opening ball is driven firmly into the covers too. So Graham blows faces her first ball. It's a full one and it's caught. It's driven in the air into the offside. Perry's got to give them something to chase, and that's nicely struck, driven through the offside.
Left it and gone. It's come back in and hit the off stump. Overpitched and hit beautifully. That's the ball she was after. On the pads, beautifully played through mid-wicket. That's a glorious shot.
Can be easy pickings.
Beautiful straight drive. That's 4 as well. That's not a good ball, though. That's down leg side. Whipped away from Molyneux. That's the sort of ball you want. Hit in the air and beautifully struck. That's 4. Won't be the worst, though. Slightly overpitched and beautifully played down the ground for 4.
Strano into Molyneux, and Molyneux's gone straight back to the bowler in the air. Throughout the WBBL, Fulton facing her first ball at this end. It helps it on its way.
Down the wicket, hit hard and beautifully through offside for 4. The ramp shot and a good one. Over the keeper's head, directly over the keeper's head, and it goes for 4. Beautiful shots.
Coming through the Australian pathways. We know how good the side has been for a long time. That one gets through the field. Sutherland comes down the track, hits that long, and brings up her half-century with a 6. Fulton comes down the track, looking to bring it up with a 6 as well. They've both done it the same way. Sutherland gives herself some room, picks the gap beautifully that time.
Beautiful shot through mid-wicket. That's timed to perfection. A dive.
Training.
And that's gone straight up in the air and gone. So a disappointing end.
Another century. Opens it up and then and goes aggressively through mid-wicket. And that's lofted over the offside, and that'll race away. Garth works that very nicely. Played that fine with the late cut and will get it all the way to the boundary. Over the wicket, and that's pulled beautifully through that mid-wicket region, and 4 runs.
Hit and hit firmly. That's going to go. Smash it straight to mid-off. Should be caught and is caught. A disappointing end for Garth. Gets a full toss on the pads as he hits it to mid-wicket, and that's 4. That's a way to bring up your 100.
Some younger players.
Another full toss, and this one smashed through cover for 4. That's in the air, and it's going to fall safely. Not just fall safely, it's going to race away to the mid-wicket boundary for 4. That one's hit miles in the air. Miles and miles it is. That's a full toss. Was it a waist high fully? Regardless, we move on. And that's gone a long way in the air. It's not going to go far enough, and it's all over. And that's smashed and straight down the throat of deep mid-wicket, and that's gone as well. That's in the air, and that'll be gone as well. So another wicket falls. Hits it hard. Good shot out to deep mid-wicket boundary for 4. Flintoff, what can she do? Hits it beautifully through cover for 4. This has been a fantastic cameo. Victoria finished at 8 for 279. Wasp spot on once again.
To Villani, the former Victorian opener who's made plenty of runs on this ground. Over the wicket, and Villani blasts that through point for 4. And Villani this time goes square on the onside, so back-to-back boundaries, one on the cut, one on the pull. 8 runs from 2 balls, and the pressure on Garth again. Villani gets that through the covers.
Doff now has the job ahead of her. That's behind point for 4. Beautiful shot down the ground. That is batting 101 from Treneman. Oh, on the outside edge, if you like. A late cut, perhaps. I reckon you might be the same there. In the air, beautifully played over mid-off. What a glorious shot that is. Straight down the ground this time and beats mid-on, and it's 4 more. Reverse sweep, and that's going to go for 4. Clever batting from Villani.
He's found a good groove here, although Treneman hits that. Was in the air for a fair way, rightly or wrongly. And that's driven very well through mid-wicket.
Smashed over mid-wicket for 4. And that's gone in the air to log on. That's a good catch. That's out. That's a really good catch. And the outside edge. Geez, cricket's a harsh game.
112 not out. Player of the match there as that's pulled beautifully. No stopping that. Sutherland to Villani, who drives nice and straight enough to beat everyone and go all the way for 4, and that's a half century. 2 for 27 in each match against South Australia. That's another lovely shot from Carey, straight. Very athletic, sporty family as that one's hit over the top, and they just brought the field up a little bit on that side.
And not that fine. It's going to go for 4.
And Villani hits that in the air, and this time it's caught. The pick of them so far. Fuller ball, and Carey right on top of that, turns it around the corner and gets it all the way to the rope. It's the chase perhaps after lunch, as that one's cut away and beautifully timed by Carey. Controlled this run chase very well, and she'll get to 50 there, and she's going to be another one to do it with a boundary. Deliveries. Sutherland into Graham, and a loose one that's helped down the leg side. So many of these options as that's lofted in the air, and it's caught low to the ground.
City Power Centre. Heaved away to the leg side. That's a great shot. I only had to move 3 or 4 metres but couldn't get there because you know you've got the boundary behind you. Goes again and goes for 4.
Again from the St Kilda end. And that one's hit straight in the air and wide of mid-off. Comes down the track, lofts it straight, and there's that boundary. Again goes at the reverse, gets a fair piece of that, and it'll bounce away for 4. Bates to Carey, and Carey certainly eyeing off 3 figures.
Carey has looked absolutely sensational today. And will get the single for the 100. Runs it hard. There is a slight misfield, but that doesn't matter. Punches. Oh, there has been a mix-up and a direct hit from point. It's in the air, and that's out.
Them opportunities as well.
And Mannix G's comes in and just goes, I'll take 1 ball to finish this off. Smashes it for 4, and the game is over.